Hello, and welcome back to Media Pool. My name's Oliver, and over the last 8 months I've been studying virality and viral video as part of my study of communications and media. This video, I hope, will effectively communicate my experiences creating video content, as well as discuss some of the key theory that I've learned throughout. I'll be breaking the video into 2 main sections. Firstly, I'll be discussing media theory while reflecting on the videos that I've made. I will then go on to discuss the development of my teamwork and leadership skills throughout the module. So without further ado, let's get started. When constructing my first piece of content for viral video, I first had to decide on the type of video I would be producing. I opted to go for an e-learning video, one which would help students studying media and film, or really anyone with an interest, in learning about genre and high-concept films. There were 4 key characteristics that I evaluated and analysed before creating the video. These characteristics were the title and thumbnail, the length and pace of the video, the form of the video, such as the visual representations of information and the inclusion of myself, and finally the style and tone, and finding a balance between the practical value and emotion. Joe et al. Found that shorter e-learning videos, lasting between 3 and 6 minutes, were vastly more engaging than longer videos, stretching over 15 minutes. It was also found in this study that the pace of the video was equally as important to the overall engagement. Joe et al.'s findings found that paced speech was more engaging than slower speech, and that 3 words per second was a good rate. Therefore, when constructing my first video, I was keen to ensure that the pace at which I presented the information was more in line with these guidelines, as a way of maximising engagement. Andy Rooney says, "No one speaks as he writes, or writes as he speaks. Writing for broadcast is a compromise between the two." Using this as guidance, I wrote my first script for what I was intending to say in my video, and then I practiced speaking it in order to gauge how fast I was speaking naturally and whether I needed to alter the rate at which I spoke. Contrastingly, in the process of preparing for the second video, which was a group project, this was not necessary. This was mainly due to the fact that given the division of tasks, I had not written my own lines and did not have to practice the pace at which I spoke, as we would be recording the video together. When considering the form this video would take, the research of Joe et al. Had taught me that a vlog-style e-learning video was best for engagement due to the informality of the one-to-one style. The second video I contributed to the production of was another form of an e-learning video, educating people about an article by Brendan Martins titled "What the Country Wanted: The Houses of Parliament, the Press, and the Origins of Media Management in Britain." During the production of both videos, I found it key to consider the application of Burge's steps framework. Constructing the videos in a way which would exemplify contagious characteristics was vital to the success of the videos. In my first video, I found it more prudent to focus on the practical value aspect of the steps framework, as the length of the video and the amount of information I wished to convey meant that I had to focus on being concise and clear. On the group project, however, the format of the video was aimed at instead capitalising on the emotional aspect of the Burge's framework. By incorporating humour to the video, by emphasising the acting in an almost satirical way, we hope to improve the engagement and interest, hence improving the chances of the video being shared. Secondly, in the group video, we also focused on social currency, in particular, the leveraging of game mechanics. The concept of our video was designed to be entertaining in the format of a game show, and therefore be more contagious in terms of virality. By including a play-along option as part of the video, we hope that this would encourage interaction, boost engagement, and increase the overall contagiousness. I would say, however, that the format of the video, as a game show, did present an issue. in that it was perhaps less effective at communicating the information in the article. Despite this, we remained concise with our choice of questions, and therefore the core understanding of the article was communicated well. During the group video, there were a number of instances where we were both effective and ineffective as a team. Firstly, it's crucial to note that given the global pandemic, holding conventional meetings and meeting up to film wasn't an option. Despite this, we aimed to achieve clear communication and maintain a good standard of work. During the preliminary brainstorming stage, each of us in the group were tasked with going away and forming ideas about what sort of video to do. I found that not being together and not doing this in one session or group meeting negatively affected us. This is because some group members had not formed any ideas from the independent research phase to pool together at the group discussion. This meant that the pool of ideas we had to choose from became limited immediately. Fortunately, however, one group member did have an idea that everyone agreed would work well and suited the brief. I would say that as a group, we displayed some of Lencioni's 5 dysfunctions. For example, the lack of attendance at some of the initial meetings may have led to an initial absence of trust in several group members, putting into question their ability and reliability going forward through the project. The issue was not addressed individually or by the group for fear of conflict, and I believe that if I were to do this again, it would be essential to develop a more assertive approach in order to rid the group of these issues early on, before they linger and become more detrimental. Within the group, we each had specific roles and duties that we established in the early stages, so as to provide different tasks for everyone. The allocation of project manager went to the group member whose idea had been the premise for our video. This was primarily due to the fact that we felt they would have a better understanding of how the final product should look. They also coordinated the team well, ensuring that each member was playing to their strengths. Fortunately, another group member was particularly proficient at using editing software and therefore took up the role of lead editor. The remaining group members divided tasks such as promotional decision making and taking charge of the filming. Learning to communicate effectively as part of a team was an important takeaway for me from this project. The development of my ability to communicate problems and identify solutions is certainly a skill I intend to carry forward to any future career. As the production of this second video progressed, we as a team were able to develop our communicative skills. Using group text chats and organising regular video calls, we were able to hold each other individually accountable for the work that needed doing. We had also realised the importance of focusing upon individual strengths in order to achieve the best possible outcome. This improved communication and capitalisation of individual strengths meant that the video project wore on and we were operating as a more real team. A small number of people with complementary skills who are committed to a common purpose, performance goals, and approach for which they hold themselves mutually accountable. A key benefit I found working as part of a team for video production as opposed to individually was that from a promotional standpoint, it was easier to access strong and weak ties as a group of 5 rather than individually. This can be seen in the data, detailing that in the group project we achieved over 100 views. Contrastingly, with my individual project, I found that trying to promote the video was more difficult than I anticipated, and I wildly underestimated the amount of promotion I would have to undertake in order to get my video to reach more people. Thank you for watching my viral video essay, and I hope that I've effectively outlined my experiences in this module and explained the development of leadership and team skills throughout.